I'm Darren Karp, and joining me today is the lovely, the beautiful entrepreneur and star of Bravo's Real Housewives of Potomac. We have the Karen Huger with us today. Karen, how are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I am doing well. My outfit is an homage to you. You know, I want to say we planned it, but we didn't. We're just two women of the same soul.
That's right.
We see each other, as Andy
says. I love
says.
it. Yes, yes, we do.
Well, Karen, what's been your daily routine like the last couple of months? How are you holding up in 2020 right now?
I really think it's important to eat healthy, to work out as often as possible, and just, meditation, just, take care of yourself. I always say, take care of yourself. A little lip gloss never hurt a girl in quarantine. I'm just saying.
Amen to that. And speaking of meditation, how excited are you for season 5 of Real Housewives of Potomac?
You have no idea. I'm so excited for the fans. They're so supportive. They're so in love with us. They're always rooting for us. And, to push it back, they had a moment. I had to explain everything that's worth waiting for is a good thing, but I'm super excited to share this with the fans. Everybody needs a little kiki moment now and then, and we're about to give it to you.
Amen. I mean, last season was really a breakout season for Potomac. And I know that the new season 5, was originally slated to premiere back in May. And I'm assuming the pandemic just played a lot, in it being pushed or whatever. Did you have to do any self-shooting at all that we need to be aware of? Or is it pretty much normal looking this season because you shot it so early on?
We're pretty much normal. And I think the viewers will enjoy that. Of course, Bravo always put us first, and our safety and our welfare. And I really appreciate that about them. But, we girls get at it quite quick and in a hurry. So, quarantine wasn't ready for RHOP. I'm just saying, they weren't.
It went to Portugal for the cast trip this time around. Was this your last trip before the pandemic began, and how was Portugal?
For me personally, it was my last trip before the pandemic. I was planning to go on vacation, kept putting it off, and it's never going to happen in 2020, and that's okay. And Portugal, absolutely, it's a bittersweet thing for me because given the history of what's going on in our country right now with Black Lives Matter, Portugal was one of the first countries to enslave Black men, women, and children. So I saw the beauty of it, but I understood the ground on which I was standing on, and I find it ironic that now in America, we're having this powerful moment, and rightfully so. But yeah, Portugal is beautiful, but certainly, the history. Yeah.
Yeah, good to know the history though, and good to let the fans kind of be aware of that, because I'm sure a lot of people might not have been aware as you might have been.
A beautiful country, and the wonderful thing about Portugal is they can grow, we all can grow.
Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. There's a new addition to the cast this season. Yeah. And, we know new additions sometimes have a rockier start, but we have Dr. Wendy Osefo. She's a doctor, people, so we got to respect that first.
She's a PhD, ladies, and she's bringing it in. And she, outside of her educational realm, she's a fun girl. She's a hoot. She's a hoot. I mean, getting to know new girls is always interesting for Miss Karen, but I'm a ride or die kind of girl. I'm going to stay around and see what Wendy brings. I actually enjoyed her.
Well, were you open to Dr. Wendy originally? Or were the other ladies as open as maybe you had been? Like, is she fitting in well with the group?
I feel she's holding her own. Wendy's certainly holding her own. She brings Wendy, and that's totally a different personality, but she complements us as well because we're all intelligent, successful Black women in Potomac, and she is a great addition. I have to say. Not without challenge, though, Wendy. Okay, I love you, girl.
I mean, come on. She's going to be a housewife after all. You got to have your ups and downs when you're a housewife, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
but this is positive, too.
In preparation for the season, it kind of looks like there could be some friction between Dr. Wendy and Ashley Darby. What's going on there, Karen Huger?
Look, let me just do a great teaser and say this. We women know we can be catty, okay? So that can happen with anyone. We're no different from anyone. That's what makes RHOP so lovable. We have those catty moments in front of you that you can relate to, but then we move on. So I say stay tuned and see what happens between Ashley and Wendy.